Here we are for the second step, the second presentation I prepared for this meeting, which is the one about the guidance issue. I switch as usual to the slides. So as far as common guidance approach, we propose you a method that has been developed in the past within a different set of projects, GoLearn, GoLearn and GoLearn Plus, which is currently ongoing, and in which the region Friuli Venezia Giulia have invested a lot of time and effort. Obviously, what I'm gonna to propose you is an adaptation of the model to the needs and specific characteristics that the mobility frame of the Herceg initiative has. And then please keep the first slides of these presentations as the illustration of the general principles that the Go and Learn model has. And then at the end, we will go through the adaptations I needed and that I proposed you already. So let's say that one of the main issues that we have in front of us right now at European level is the valorization of the company role. That means how we can interact and use the companies to enhance training paths and educational paths. The second objective at European level that is pushed very strongly is the mobility of students and workers. So we were concerned about how we could foster this thing. Because as you know probably, the Erasmus Plus mobility at high school level was very effective, and thousands of people moved and have got recognition of the study credits of the study made abroad in other universities. But this success hasn't been the same for all the other cohorts, and so secondary school, vocational education and training schools, apprentices and workers, for all these categories, the results in terms of mobility at European level were really unsatisfying. So this issue is very relevant for the European Union, and for this reason they changed name to the Lifelong Learning Project and funding to Erasmus Plus. And the third issue that the GoLearn initiative approaches is the development of new guidance methods, because we really believe that guidance, and I ask pardon if some of you is a counselor and made guidance in the past, but I believe really that guidance is some of the things that developed less in the last 10-15 years, and we should find new ways of giving opportunities to the students and workers to know what they should do, could do, and what the economic fabrics and also the education fabrics of the territories are offering. So for this, to approach these three problems, let's say, these three issues, we decided to move in two ways and to try to include companies know-how in standard training paths and we try to give an answer to this aim. And the second one is to enhance guidance with knowledge of local economic fabric. That means you know in your territory what kind of factories are there, what kind of companies are working, and what kind of products they work on, and what kind of employees they are looking for. And if applied to the school system, you know which kind of schools you have in the territory and what kind of courses they have, and so on and so on. And this to satisfy these two aims written in red, we developed two typology of visits in the companies. One is called thematic study visit, and the other one is an economic discovery study visit. So we are speaking about periods, which length I will tell you is very short anyway, carried out inside a company, doing both or a thematic study visit or an economic discovery study visit. And the list of all the economic study visits available and all the thematic study visits available are inside a catalog of visits, of study visits, which is published and disseminated via the www.goandlearn.eu website. And the structure of each module, of each seminar, let's say, is fixed, predefined, all are the same. And always we have an economic discovery module, which lasts from 1 to 3 hours, where we expect a group of students or participants, let's say, go in the company and having the employees of the company explaining them product and market, safety and quality, hiring policies, and a visit to the premises. You should look and see and touch with your hands how this company is organized and made. So this is not, it's not possible to substitute this economy discovery module with a set of slides or a movie shown in a classroom. You must move and go in the company and see it. The principle is that this thing should be done there, and in such way the value and the learning enhances incredibly. And there is a group assistant, which is normally a tutor or a teacher of the classroom moving, which makes a briefing, a debriefing, and collects a feedback. So before going to the company, there is a discussion what we can learn and see, an explanation of the typology of company that we are going to see, and the debriefing after the visit to check if the students really got the real thing, and the feedback from the company itself. So this module is always present in all the catalog visits that you will find. And if you do only this, we speak of economic discovery visit. So it means one morning, one afternoon, we go in a company and discover the company. If we add to this economic discovery module another module which is called thematic module, we get a thematic seminar. What's the difference among the two? In the second case, we also ask the company usually which is the sector, activity, product, organization where you are excellent in. Because we believe that nowadays, if a company is open, is excellent in some way. We don't know if the excellence is in the product, the marketing, the price, whatever. We ask, you know where you're excellent. Are you willing to tell our students about this excellence? And then we can set up more than a thematic module for one company that could be excellent for different aspects. I mean, the marketing strategy and the organization. So we can have two thematic modules in that company, and we can go 2 times in that company to listen from the company's experts a speech about the theme of the module. And to close the circle, we suggest a so-called reflective module, which is optional, but can be 3-4 hours. This is the only module that you can carry out at school after the visit, and it's some way the things that the group assistants, the debriefing and feedback and the reflection about what we have seen in the company. This is a combined set of modules which give birth to a study visit, a Go and Learn study visit. This is the model. But you can do more, because obviously if you go abroad, you don't move for 1 day or half a day. Maybe in the cross-border regions you can do that. But if I move from Italy to Germany or from Italy to Montenegro, I will move for 3, 4, 5 days. And so I need more than 1 visit. I need a cluster of combined visits, and this cluster is called a circuit. So when I go to Podgorica and I stay there for 3 days, I visit 3, 4, 5, 6 schools or companies, whatever. And I will know after the visit all about the fabric of the school system in that city or in that territory. So this is the meaning and the aim of a circuit, to give me a full idea of what's happening in a sector, in a territory, or about a theme that I'm gonna to study. And the circuit obviously has got an introductory briefing, a set of visits, a final debriefing and a feedback collection, exactly the same that we have for a single study visit. The result of this approach is that we built a Go and Learn visits catalog which can be integrated in a systematic way in training providing standard curricula. I mean, if you have a course on mechanics, you can include in this course, which is a 5-year course, every year a set of visits in mechanic sector companies of the visit catalogs, because these companies who declare themselves available to participate to the catalog have all signed an agreement that they will host at least 4 visits per year. So you have every year 4 visits you can do in every company, and the catalog transforms in a calendar of visits. No? For each company we have at least 4 visits available every year. And so this is a possibility of enhancing the standard curricula without changing them. And it's a very good way to improve the guidance activities carried out in professional schools. And so the initiative Go and Learn have got around the thematic study visits a set of companies, another set of companies or the same with economic discovery study visits. And depending on the place where you can do these visits, you can have international catalogs of circuits or local catalogs of seminars. So obviously, if you bring Montenegro students to discover the Montenegro economic fabric, you can move in 1 day, half a day, and you will probably have a local catalog of seminars. But if you move Montenegro students and classrooms to Italy, or let's say, or Albania, or whatever, you will participate to an international catalog of circuits. And in each country, we have set up a Go and Learn agency, which is in charge of setting up the agreements with the companies and defining the calendar of visits. So you can call the Go and Learn agency and ask for an international circuit to be organized for you. This thing is already done with those projects I was telling you before, and you have all these dots in this map illustrate the existing Go and Learn agencies. The red ones are the one we are going to set up now with the Go and Learn Plus project. The blue one are the beginning ones, and the green one were those set up for the teachers training experiment we did in Go and LearnNet project. Hundreds of companies are right now participating to the initiative. This is just a part of them. I hadn't enough space to put all the logos. We have very big companies and also small companies in this initiative who accepted to host visits of students for both thematic study and guidance purposes. So this is Go and Learn, the Go and Learn principles and idea. As for our purpose, we could then draw a user guidance catalog. And in the next movie, now I stop the recording of this one, we will go through what we can and should do in the work group. Many thanks.